Hi crafty friends, Melissa Miner here. Thanks so much for joining me on YouTube. Today I'm creating a layout for the Shimmerz Paints design team, and I am using the gorgeous Shimmerz Paints December 2025 color kits. So here's a quick look at everything that's included in the collection, and if you haven't seen my unboxing, I do have a full unboxing video that I will leave linked down below in the description box. All right, so this is my favorite pattern paper that came in the kit this month. I love this so much. It's very busy, so I do need to figure out how to tone it down a little bit. So to tone it down, I think I'm going to use quite a bit of white. So what I'm going to do here is I'm adding a little bit of tape runner. I will have to go back in with some liquid glue. Because this paper has a slick finish to it, I find that I have trouble with my tape runner, and I do need to use liquid glue most often with the Shimmerz Paints papers. So I'm adding just a little bit behind here, and I'm going to add just like a little section at the bottom. I'm going to come in with my scissors now and just snip this off. And then I'm going to repeat this same process and come in at the top of the layout from the other side of the pattern paper, which you can make this go any direction. You could do it sideways, or flip this around, but I kind of like it like this with a little bit at the top and then most of this pattern paper showing at the bottom. I'm going to just be scrapbooking one photo today. I love the colors in the kit this month so much. It's not often that there's pink in a Christmas collection, and I think it's really on trend this year. Now, this is my favorite paper too, this with lots of colors, and what I think I want to do here is outline where that paper is just with these little strips. So kind of like backing the pattern paper, I'm backing it with another pattern paper, but instead of wasting my paper, because I definitely want to use more of this, I'm just going to use these little strips on the edges. But before I glue this down, I am going to bring in my edge distressing tool, and I'm just going to distress one edge of this. The other edge I'm butting up against the pattern paper. So I've got one glued down, then we'll glue this one on. And then see, I like that. I think that that just kind of frames in that pattern paper, but also gives it another interest, another like area of interest. So I have it, but I have it upside down. So let me flip it around. Yeah, I like that. Super, super cute. So here's my one photo of Dale and I. I print all my photos at home. I have the Epson PictureMate 400. And this is a picture of Dale and I from, I believe it was last year. I am going to have to double check before I put the year on my photo. But we wore some ugly Christmas sweaters. And his isn't so ugly. His has like a Charlie Brown saying on it. But then mine is pretty ugly, I think. I got it at Walmart, and it's like pretty gaudy. All right, this stencil came in the kit this month, and it has beautiful snowflake detail. So I'm going to use this Picked Raspberry Distress Oxide ink, and I'm going to make a couple snowflakes on here, just to give my background paper a little more pink and some more interest. Now there is pink in my sweater, so that's why I chose this photo. And otherwise, I guess I could have printed a photo in black and white, but I really like the gaudiness of our colors in our picture. So I'm gonna make 3 areas of interest with the snowflakes and the stencil. So I've got over there kind of in the upper left, I've got over here on the right side, and then I'll do a little bit up there on the top just so that I've got the 3 areas of interest for the snowflakes. And look at the detail on this. This is gorgeous. I absolutely love this stencil. I am definitely going to be using this stencil. It's going to be a favorite for my winter scrapbooking. I think it'd look really pretty with some like distressed paste on here. Glitter, some things like that. I'm not going to do that today, but those are some ideas that I have to go along with the stencil. Now off camera, I did go ahead and paint this Christmas tree. So this was on the painting sheet. There's always a coloring sheet that's included in the color kits. And I painted this up using the Jilted Jade Shimmers. So I like that. And then for the star on the top, I either use the Refreshment or the Pull Me Close. I kind of think I did the Pull Me Close. I'm sorry, I don't remember. And then I did leave the tree trunk blank, but that's okay because I'm going to cover that up. So I've got some little ephemera here that I chose that came in the kit. There's a little present, and I like this cute little reindeer. So I want to kind of overlap my photo a little bit. I've got to figure out what placement. I'm just going to go for it here. I'm going to go ahead and stick a present down. And then I do want to pop that reindeer up on some foam. So I've got a little roll of foam tape here. And this is one of my favorite foam rolls. It's just the perfect thickness. I think it's 2 millimeter and it's just like a 1/4 inch wide. I just love this. So I'll go ahead and pop this reindeer up. And I'll build an embellishment cluster down here. Now I definitely want to bring in one of the flare dots. So I will bring that in just a moment with some tangled thread, and that will complete this little cluster down here. I thought about using this little ephemera card at the top. Now you could use another photo up here, but I only have the one photo from the day. So instead I'm using this little journaling card and this snowman. And I do want to pop the snowman up on some foam tape as well. So we'll get him popped up. And isn't that super cute? Oh my goodness, I love this so much. Now, most of the time I do back my photos with pattern paper, but I'm kind of jumping out of my comfort zone a little bit, and I'm just going to leave it plain like that. I kind of like the white snow background against the white. And I think it makes my photo pop even more by not backing it on this layout. I'm looking through the ephemera to see if there's anything else I want. So I'm auditioning a few more pieces, but I kind of want to keep it simple. I don't want to get a lot on here. The pattern paper in the background is very busy, so I don't want to add too much. I do like that tree that I just put back. I kind of wish I would have kept that out. I think I'm going to go for another present instead. So I'm going to gently lift this all up, and I'm going to add this little pink present just to make a stacked present area here. And I think that looks cute. And you notice I did cut the present in half just so I didn't have to, since I already had all this glued down, but it is allowing me to pick it up a little bit and move it around. So I was able to do that. Okay, and now I am going to make a little tangled thread nest behind my ephemera, or my flare. So epoxy, these are like epoxy flare dots, and I'm going to use the one that says Merry Christmas, and I have this pink sewing thread. So what I do is I do about 3 pulls, and then I wind it up around the width of all my fingers, and then I pinch it in the middle, and then I just place that right down on the glue dot. So that's how I like to make mine. It's taken me quite a while to craft my little tangled thread. Each has their own process, I'm sure, but that's how I like to do mine. So I've got 2 little loops kind of on the sides. And then I do want to go back in with some paint to make some splatters. So I'm going to take a piece of my scrap cardstock here and cover up my photo. And then I'm going to go back in with the Lover's Lips. This was an Inklingz that came in the kit. And I'm going to do some pink splatters here with the Lover's Lips. So with an Inklingz, you do have to spray a little bit of water in there to activate the color. So I went ahead and I got that color on. And then I think I want to add another color of splatters as well once I get all this Lover's Lips color on here. I'm going to go in also with the Vibez I Missed You. Aren't the colors of the names so fun on the Shimmerz Paints? That's one of my favorites. It just makes me smile every time I say a name of one of their colors. So this is the I Missed You. And now I'm bringing in some sequins from the bonus bundle. So the bonus bundle is so fun because it has gorgeous sequins. It is an additional purchase, and it's only like $5 or $6. So you get the sequins and you get an ink or in paint color. And this month you get the Refreshment Creamies. that's included in the bonus bundle. So if you haven't tried Shimmerz Paints and you want to just try one out, you can get the bonus bundle with the beautiful sequins. You would get the paint, and then if you add my name, Melissa Miner, to the notes section of your Shimmerz Paints order, Shimmerz will also add an additional free paint to your order. So you could basically try Shimmerz Paints, get 2 paints and sequins for under $10. So super, super cheap. But I think you should get the entire Shimmerz Color Kitz, and don't snooze on this one. This one is gorgeous. I have a feeling it's going to sell out rather quickly. So if you like this kit, go ahead and grab this and add my name to the notes section of your order. All right, so I have all my sequins put away, and I decided that I wanted to add a few more elements. Now this is from my stash. This is from a Hip Kit Club collection. Oh my gosh, these glue dots are sticky. I found this little Joy circular chipboard like sticker thing. So I want to add that, and also some more of my tangled thread to the back. So then I've got 2 areas of the tangled thread. So I'm going to go ahead and add this up here to the top. And then I was trying to decide what I wanted to do for a title. So I went looking through my Hip Kit Club, the same one that I got this Joy with. And so I decided to pick out a title. And the title that I chose to use, I'm going to bring it in here in just a moment. I was looking through here, I'm like, and I like that festive and fun. So I'm going to go ahead and add the festive and fun. And I like it because it's subtle with that black and white. So this is one of the puffy stickers. So I'm going to go ahead and add this to the back. So I think that title was perfect for this layout. So we'll get that on here. And now I'm trying to decide if I need anything else. So I'll look here, and I found a couple of these little puffy circles. So just a few. I think I've got a red, a green, and maybe a pink. So that looks really pretty. And then I was looking here to see if I wanted anything else, but I don't think I do. I really, really like the way that this turned out, and I love the kit this month. Now the last thing I'm going to do is I did look up the date, and I got the exact date. So I'm going to use one of my little tag dies, and I ended up using a little piece from the collection, from the kit, the Color Kitz, and I got this blue little piece. So I stamped my date on here, and I did mess it up, so I had to repeat that. So I finished it off camera. So I'm going to glue down this little tab with my date, and I used a little scrap here. So I've got the green. So that was from 2024. So I'll go ahead and get that added, and that's going to finish today's layout. So if you've enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up button. If you're new, I hope you'll subscribe and come back. I will leave links down below in the description box to all the products I used today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!